Anyone over 40 will remember the global media excitement that surrounded the salvage of the Mary Rose back in the early 80s. And here she is now in this fantastic museum in Portsmouth, a perfectly preserved Tudor time capsule. Of course, anyone can visit Portsmouth Historic Dockyards, but I joined a special 3-day escorted tour organised by Travel Editions that adds a unique dimension to the experience. Based for 2 nights at the 4-star Portsmouth Marriott, our group gathered on the first evening for the first of 2 talks from Christopher Dobbs, Head of Interpretation for the Mary Rose Trust. Christopher, you have such a personal connection with the Mary Rose. It's absolutely fascinating.
Well, I first started on the Mary Rose in July 1979, so that's 38 years ago, and I've been involved with every part of the story, whether it's the excavation or the raising or the reinstating timbers into the ship or creating the new museum, and it's been an absolute joy. I mean, it is such an incredible story of endeavour.
You're giving us 2 talks, aren't you?
Yes, so what I do on the first day for these Travel Editions tours is to try and set the scene and tell them what it was actually like diving and excavating and raising the Mary Rose. And what I do in the second talk is just to introduce the museum before people go round it to make sure they get the best of the 2 hours or so that they have looking around the objects.
Having whetted our appetites for all things maritime, next day everyone was keen to explore the dockyards. There is so much to see here. The Mary Rose, of course, from the Tudor period. We've also got the HMS Victory from the Georgian period, and bringing it bang up to date, in port at the moment, the Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier. Heading back to the hotel in the afternoon, we then had an early supper before returning for the highlight of the weekend, an exclusive private viewing of the newly updated Mary Rose Museum. Well, this is such a treat. The Mary Rose Museum, of course, is a highlight of Portsmouth Historic Dockyard, and as such, during the day, it can get very busy. So to have it exclusively to ourselves this evening is just wonderful.
I've heard a lot of lecturers in my time, but I think he's probably the most impressive I've ever heard.
The way everything's been brought to life is fantastic, it really is. It just feels so real. It's wonderful.
With it being a private tour, that made it extra special, I think. You get more time to spend with people and you're not being pushed around, so nice and relaxed.
The guides and the reception we've had from the staff has been exemplary. They're all enthusiasts and they all love what they're doing and they're a mine of information, so that's been incredible.
On our final day, we headed out to explore some of Portsmouth's other historic sites. What a fascinating weekend we've had. A lot of people in the group seem to have some kind of naval connection, but it's certainly been a memorable experience for us all. And fittingly, we've ended our tour here at Southsea Castle, the very spot where Henry VIII stood and watched the Mary Rose sink in the Solent on the 19th of July, 1545.